on my screen.
Okay, yeah, it says
I'm
Did it
recording
say
right
it?
now.
it's being recorded. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put okay.
I'm recording right now.
Bet.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, Jeremy, I
wonderful.
got your background. I got your screen on my background.
Yeah, it's
Where-
crazy, right? I don't know why that is.
No, this she did something. She
Well, welcome to the first episode of JJ Red and Fred. Today is what, July
Yeah.
6th or 7th?
we on the 7th today.
Today is the 7th.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys. This has been a long time coming. That I always, when we get together, we have so much chemistry, and we've been together for a long time, and this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait till Red jumps in here.
Oh, you
So
ready?
Woo! I can't wait till Red jumps in here. Then it's gonna be all four of us. So, but
Yeah.
just for the first, I don't know if you guys, to let the viewers know, there's some people that are going to listen to us, let everybody know who we are. My name is Fred, and you can go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Jason.
And that is the three of four of us, and we've known each other for quite some time since we were kids. So I tell you what, though, okay, I guess let's start from the beginning. How are we all connected? So
Yeah.
how are we all connected? That's the question, right?
Well,
Yes,
yeah.
Fred. What grade was it when we met, man?
Say what now?
What grade was it when we met, me and you?
You and I met in, I think the earliest I can remember is the third grade, I think.
Third grade.
I remember you having this big
Distinctly.
flat top.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I remember seeing Jeremy. Yeah, I remember seeing Jeremy running through the cafeteria with some Freddy Krueger gloves. I think that's the first
Halloween,
time I remember.
Yeah. It was at Halloween.
Yeah.
I dressed up as Freddy Krueger. Mama made me a homemade Freddy glove and everything, boy. You know.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yeah. I remember that.
We go down through there and cut up something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I remember that. I was like, who is this with the Freddy Krueger glove going through the cafeteria?
And we find out we all, you part of the family, you kin, and yeah.
Right.
I'm the oldest. Y'all know I'm the oldest, but and Jabbo right there, Jason right there. That's my uncle, but I dare not call him Uncle Jay. That's my brother. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like brothers and anything.
We grew up together. Look, I got a picture over there now. You the only one missing out of it over there, but no, we grew up tight. It was me, Jason, Red, of course Andrew and Brandon, my two sisters, and you was there. We had a tight little group right there.
Yeah.
It's family. It's just family. We grew up.
Right. And so the thing is, I didn't even know all y'all was related. I had no idea when we were kids. I mean, I remember seeing you.
Most people don't. Man, we've been we've been on a vacation before. All of us been out. They thought we was all adopted. Boy.
That's right.
We stepped out. They said, "Damn."
Yeah. We jumped out there. We was over there in Florida. We jumped out there. That ragged ass Suburban, and boy, we was hot. But we jumped out the Suburban, go in that stove. Yeah, and then somebody asked. I don't know. Somebody was that we adopted. Jason, you remember
really?
that?
Yeah. Two boys in a fight.
Huh? Yeah.
Especially if you see Justin too, man. Justin is, so different. I remember seeing him. I remember seeing him on the bus for the first time, and I knew, he was different. He had the red hair and stuff.
I just want to cry. Don't let him fool you. He bad. He got everybody in trouble.
Right.
Grow up. Do you hear me?
Right.
Yeah. But now that's go ahead, Fred.
Yeah. So now I'm just saying. So just to let our viewers know that you are the nephew of Jason and Justin, correct? Yeah. You're the nephew, but you're the oldest, though, right? So how was that? No, let's talk about that. How was that growing up? That you're the oldest, but They're
Oh,
your
yeah, I got
uncles.
it all. I got it. I mean, I was, yeah, I got it all. Do you hear me? No, no. When they come to getting in trouble, they come to me first. I'm the oldest. I got my ass tore up because I was the oldest, you know. And
Yeah, yeah.
but I understand it now, though. You know, it was like, I had to lead by example, and that's eventually, that's how it played out. Because where we went to school at, it was predominantly, with us being, little mixed kids running around
Mm-hmm.
back then. It was, so. I kind of, I never, ran away from none of that stuff. I kind of just stood up and I knew I had to make a stand, with my.
Right, right.
Shit, it's because of him. I didn't have no fucking problems going through school.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
won't.
I think you took it for everybody, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And if I wouldn't change nothing because, I could sit back and look now and, even though that, I done did my little old thing and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's all for the good. No, I wouldn't change shit, No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. No.
Well, yeah, I realized that Jason, like, when did you realize that, growing up younger than Jeremy, when did you realize, like, okay, he's the oldest here. I got, he's the big brother of us all. He's the one that's going to be watching out for us. Or were you always like, hey, I got my own, me and my brother? How was that dynamic like?
Oh, definitely. I always looked up to him like a big brother, still do. As far as realizing that, it was early. It was
Yeah.
had to be elementary,
That was
fifth,
my
sixth
that was
grade. Huh?
Jason was my sidekick, boy. Shit, I had to, he was doing everything I was doing. Hey, and then some, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hold on, wait a minute, you over here hanging out like this, man? Let's go, man. I need to, he had but he had his own little thing going on too there when
Right.
but we all
Yeah.
had, and it was kind of just, growing up, we just looked out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
We got all we had to do was worry about red telling. You know what I'm saying? Red,
Right?
red.
Nigga would
Was
tell.
ready to snitch.
No, but
Oh yeah.
we sneak off though. We'd have our little bicycles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
sneak ride 10 miles up the road, knowing dang well we ain't supposed to be up there. We get caught. We gonna,
Right.
yeah. We take off little adventures and stuff. We stayed in the woods. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was when we got older, man. We got out there and I just got used. I started working when I was 14. you
Yeah.
know.
Who got in the most trouble out of y'all?
Oh man, come on now.
Come on.
Come on now. I told you I was the oldest, man. I didn't want them to, I'm glad they didn't I'm glad they didn't have to go down the road I went down. Oh yeah.
They showed us what not to do.
Yeah, come
You
on
took it
now.
all,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm just right now 46, man. I'm in a good place in my life, man. I found me a little bit of happiness, and try to hang on to it. So
That's
and
good.
I stand on the right, it's just that's what it is. But no, I wouldn't
Yeah.
go back and change that. You know what I mean? I would be,
I know we're all in our 40s now, man. We've all got our own personal journeys and things that we've went through in life. Let me ask y'all this. Growing up in a predominantly white school, we all was there. We all went through it. What Let me ask y'all this question. What was it like for you guys? I know what it was like for me, but what was it like for you guys growing up in a school like that and seeing yourself being different and what that looked like? Jason, I'm gonna start with you. What is that? How is that for you?
Really, man, after going through the stuff and dealing with some of the shit or some of the people, it makes you callous, right? You don't, or desensitized or whatever towards that issue for me, so like nobody wanted to go to Jimmy's, right? Nobody, of color anyways.
Right,
I said, fuck it, dude. There's some shit gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
right.
So, but far as Central, I really didn't have a problem with my classmates or the classmates behind me. But there was, the older crowd, like probably some in Jeremy's group and in Ricky's group. I mean, they use the N word all the time,
Mm-hmm.
or call us Oreo,
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit like that.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do? I mean, just a youngster, and these guys are in high school.
They're in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
let me ask y'all this. Do you think, looking back at those times, do you think that that kind of had some childhood trauma that we had to deal with later on in life?
It
For me, no.
For
nah,
you,
no,
no,
not no
No.
trauma, but
no trauma.
no. Cause I learned the real, me, like I said, me being the oldest, man. When it come to my attention, like Jay said, there were older cats, but I test the waters. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
like, I want to see you. You can talk that nigga shit over there, but
yeah, yeah.
in your business or where I can get my hands on you, and then because back then you could do that.
Right,
Back
right,
then if
right.
you got an issue, they, hey man, we're gonna go meet up after school, and everybody meet up at the wild, wherever you're gonna meet up at, whatever.
Hmm.
Get it on, you know what I mean? And
Right.
then, everything with with nobody be jumping in to be a one-on-one thing. And 9 times out of 10, I ain't saying I want everyone, but like I said, 9 times out of 10 in that situation back then, yeah,
Hmm.
that's how I got my
Because the ones I saw, you won.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, the one,
I
yeah,
remember. I remember you.
uh,
I don't know how old we were, but I remember you jumping up doing a roundhouse kick on somebody. I'm like, how did he get
that
up
was
that
at,
high?
yeah, that was at man, I messed that boy up, man. That was at
Yeah, yeah, you did a roundhouse kick. I didn't know you could jump that high.
I think that was it, I don't know. Was it? I think that might have been that cat up there in
Yeah,
Wales.
we know who it is. We ain't
Yeah,
gonna say his name on here, but we
yeah,
know
yeah,
who it
yeah,
is.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that boy, yeah. I felt bad
Yeah.
about it. No,
I
it's
think he's still messed up.
yeah, yeah,
Still
yeah.
messed up to this day, huh?
I done
I
asked
think
forgiveness
so.
on that one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that was one. That was one. No, but no, some. I mean, it ain't. That ain't the. That was my way of doing it, and I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nowadays, you can't just really encourage that or nothing. I mean, you can get in the ring and do it. You can duke it out,
Right, right.
But the heat of the moment, man. You got to be careful. And you just got to see people with the ignorance of it. That's what I look at it now. I mean, I look back,
Hmm.
just just people, kids wasn't raised. They were raised that with that mentality and shit. So,
I dealt with it. I think I dealt with it in my own way. I think I joked around a lot and like tried to laugh it off, when
right,
someone
You
right,
said
did.
something to
right,
me.
right.
Yep.
I think I tried to joke like, "Oh, you crazy." In the back of my mind, I'm like, "You mother."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Off this
But that's what you
motherfucker
have
right
to
now.
do. Right. That's what I had to do
yeah.
because what are you gonna do? I didn't have nobody but myself, you
Yeah, yeah,
know?
you can't.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
So
can't. You can't waste all that energy. That's a lot of
yeah,
energy. You sit back and look at that, man. That's a lot of energy wasted, man. And it's but that you can't you ain't gonna sit there and tell no youngster that like
right.
I can tell Brendan Blake that all day. He 20, no man, no, it ain't it. 26-year-old, no, you full out, no, you gonna try to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
right, right.
it's
But
you know.
answer me this: what do you do in those situations? I mean, if you don't do anything, they're going to keep coming after you,
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right? So
yeah.
you got to make a
Especially back
stand
then.
somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta that was the thing, man. And the whole, and I tell my kids now, the whole bullying deal, we don't, we definitely don't tolerate that and dish that out. You don't show no judgment on nobody or nothing like that. And you damn sure don't you don't put up with no bullying. You don't do no
Right,
bullying.
right.
You see a bully coming your way, you better check him, you know what I mean? You better
Yeah,
handle
for
him,
sure. For sure.
Definitely.
But
Yeah, that is a good question. How do you like, we all have kids and we all have boys actually, and so how do you teach your children those things that we had to endure, and let them know. And of course, they're living in a totally different time and
right,
for them.
right.
So how do we navigate that as parents? So that's a some the best way you can, I guess.
With me, I'm sorry, Jay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no, go ahead, man.
Now with me, my rule of thumb is, man, I keep it 100 with my kids. I keep it 100 all the way around with my kids. My kids know that I'm not perfect. My kids know that I'm messed up. My kids know I've been to prison. My kids know there ain't no Santa Claus. My kids know they ain't no Easter bunny. My kids, I keep a open line of communication because you want them to be able to trust you to come and talk to you
Mhm.
about anything. I tell my girls especially, my boys too, you know, but I tell my girls especially, I say, hey, you know, I want you, you know, be able to come and talk to me about whatever it is you got going on in your life. You know,
Mhm.
Maddie's 16, you know, Chloe's 13. Me and Maddie done had a little bump head session and stuff like that. And, you know, and going without speaking, you know, with your daughter, man, that's a tough thing. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
especially when you truly love your kids, man. I don't give a damn if you're paying
Yeah.
child support or whatever. I don't care. If you really, if
Right.
that's what you stand for, shit, that you gonna let it be known. I mean,
You
that's
can
that.
let it be known.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tell mine all the time. I don't do this shit for me. I get up in
Right,
the
right, right.
long odd hours. I said, man, I do this for y'all. I'm trying to set y'all up better than what you know how I was set up. And
Yeah.
it wasn't that you know I don't fault our parents for setting us up a certain way. You know, it's just you
Mhm.
know the knowledge wasn't there, so it's just you know we're trying to fast forward and keep up with this, and you know I push my kids to be you know I push all the kids to be leaders, man. Any
Right,
kid, I mean,
right.
you know, you follow your own path. You know right from wrong. I mean, everybody
Mhm.
you see everybody get a sense of that shit, you know, and
Mhm.
like I had the hardest head probably out of all of us, man. You know what I'm
Right, right. I think
saying?
we all had those
Yeah,
moments where we
yeah,
like to go against the grain and you know our parents say this and we go the opposite way, you know. And
yeah.
Oh,
so I
Well,
think
definitely. That's
mhm.
yeah, I think the key is like you said, Jeremy, is just to be
communication.
honest with our
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
To be honest, that's the whole thing is honesty, man. You know, my wife and I were talking about this how you know our parents pass on things that their parents taught them. That's all
Exactly.
they know is what their parents taught them. And so now, you know, whatever it might be. So at this point now that we're parents, we're trying to make things better, right? Try to, you know, we learn from those mistakes, right? We learn
Right.
from our
Mhm.
parents' mistakes. And so we're
yeah.
trying to make things right, you know?
Yeah.
But the
Try to
key
break the
thing,
chain.
yeah, the
Yeah.
key thing
Yeah.
is though,
Break the
like
chain,
with
huh,
us,
Jason?
yeah,
Mhm.
the key thing is though with us as grown men and like we steadily we steadily seeking knowledge. So like that's and as I'm seeking and going through like this little stuff I'm going through, I'm these kids are right here with me, and I'm like, look, hey, this is see, we just did this. This is done. This is something that can be done. Just you know, just hard work and you know, and to grab the next step up on the ladder. I mean, just say for instance with this real estate stuff. You know, I tell them girls, I tell them quick, hey man, look, you know, you might this be something that you can get up under your belt, and it's a different form of work, and it's a supply and demand field, you know, and this could be just one of the things that you could start off and do. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
I always encourage them to, you know, to do better as you push yourself. You know, that's I try to do that every day. Every day that alarm go off. Ooh,
Hmm.
I get on up and I got
Yeah.
to push it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Right.
Yeah, I think and we all do that, man. We all do that. Red do that,
hmm
you know, we all do that, and we all, you know, I think we're all at a good place, and you know, from where we come from, you know what I mean.
Right, right.
Instead of looking at, you know, to gain, you know what I mean, do a little bit
Hmm.
better, you know. So that's my deal, man. And I'm always, you know, I'm a sucker for the kids, man. Anything the kids got going on, that's my deal. That's trying to free that time up so I can say I have more time doing that, you know, kids and the family and stuff like that. But,
That's good. Real quick, you know, I don't know if y'all got that message or not, but popped up on my screen. But how one thing that we don't talk about in the black community or just men in general, we
yeah,
don't talk about enough about mental health, right?
right,
That's something we don't talk about because we as men we're supposed to be just fine, right? That's the whole
right.
stigma. Like we're just to be okay because that's what the world says.
Right.
Like, and oftentimes we don't have
Sometimes it,
anybody to check in with,
right,
right? And
right.
that's I believe that's us four. That's what we do with each other. You
Yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah. Most
we
definitely.
all check in with each other,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's yeah. That keeps it keeps us sane. Trust me. If I
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
definitely. You got to be mentally aware,
right,
especially for yourself. I mean,
yeah,
we're talking about this in DV class right now.
right,
I
right.
mean, even if you got to take your timeouts or whatever, just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however you, um, damn, I forgot the words, to calm yourself down. you know, whether it's breathing, meditating, or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta take those little breaks for yourself when you feel yourself. Well, you gotta know your triggers, right? So you gotta,
Right.
once you are triggered, take that time out, breathe, reflect on the situation, then go deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me a couple nights ago while I was working that almost triggered me. Guys, I work at a mental hospital, and
Right.
man, I had a patient slap the dog fire out of me, man.
Oh man, he pulled a wheel. What? You did a wheel and Chris? Bullshit.
Man,
Out the blue.
this patient slapped me so
Boy, slap the shit out.
Yeah.
Like Will did Chris Rock, slap the shit out of you.
hard. She Chris rocked me hard.
Hey, did she have that baby powder in her hand?
Right. Here.
Hey, you need to sign. You need to sign her.
Hey,
up
Jeremy, he
on
might not put on no weight. That might be still swollen. Swollen.
yeah. That's probably what that is. Yeah, I'm mistaking it for some weight. Your ass got knocked the
It's
fuck
on
out.
this side too. She came across with open. Oh
Hey.
man, and my glasses fell off my face. They went sideways, and apparently, according to everybody that witnessed it, they said I didn't move. They said, but I did have this look on my face that I was about to just tear this patient up. But they said I handled it professionally. But
That's good.
but in a situation like that, it's that's my work. But like you were saying, Jason, taking a moment to breathe, to take a calm out, because that's the stuff that I learned early on. Because if I didn't learn that stuff, I wouldn't have been able to react that way.
See,
right?
I'd have been fired right then.
And trust me, I thought about it.
Me personally, I probably have been fired. You know what I mean? I probably got caught another case. Something's gonna happen. I mean, now, bro, I had that. Hey, I worked at a nursing home back.
Yeah.
And I've worked on the Alzheimer's unit, and I done got caught. Old dude in a wheelchair, headbutted me. Pow! Hey, I had to quit. You know what I'm saying? I quit. I just went. I left. I quit. No, I quit.
I didn't sign up for this.
Hey, he was already in a wheelchair. I didn't want to mess little dude up, old school up. But
the thing was, I knew she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing.
She wasn't that crazy. She wasn't that.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Try and get a rise out of you, huh?
But that's good. You checked yourself. I mean,
Yeah, I did, man. I did. The more I handled it well, apparently. So, if I would have reacted, then it would have been a whole thing. But I reacted okay, and so.
Good, man. That's hard to do.
It was.
You need to be thankful for. I mean, that is a good thing for, and I'm proud of you, because I didn't do something early this week. I done jumped out on the cat in my big truck. From the passenger side. You know what I'm talking about? He throwing his hands up and stuff like this, because I'm moving heavy shit. Oversized. And they just think that the highways is. But when I and I got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? I can't be.
The thing is, I think you take your job very seriously because you're dealing with heavy loads, right?
Yeah.
And if anything happens, somebody's life could be exactly.
I'm to blame on that. That's me. That's on my
right.
I'm responsible for that.
Yeah.
Everything.
You are by yourself, but you are dealing with other people too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the thing. That's one thing. A good thing about it. I mean, I do have a lot of time to reflect on things, and when things like that happen, or you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, so it's something else. But you gotta have that. You gotta always. I try to make it a daily goal to kind of do some self-checking, self-growing. because I'm always up here. I'm in my head a lot. I'm always just maneuvering, and just my gears are always turning.
Sure.
Just like before this. I'm up and down here. I got square footage down through here. So I'm she's like,
yeah.
I said, all right, go get one more in and I'm coming,
Right.
But yeah, man, you just gotta, for real. You gotta self-reflect, you know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, Hey, well, this has been the best conversations for our first podcast, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on here, starting it for the first time. I want to do this and bring the subscribers great content like we have today. I want to do this at least once a week. If you guys love what you hear, hit the like and subscribe button, please, please. We're trying to build up a community here, touch people's lives while along helping ourselves as well. So just hit the like and subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds, everybody. Again, I'm Fred.
I'm Jeremy.
Jason.
And our podcast is JJ, Red, and Fred. And Red will be here next time we are on here. So we got to get Red up on here.
Kick his ass when I'm finna
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm finna do.
All the way in his ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, much love. Peace, guys.
Love y'all, bro.
See you, man.
All
Love
right.
you guys.
Yo.
All right. I don't see how I can send this to you, man. Go ahead and stop the recording.
Okay.